Wow. Okay, so you were in Washington yesterday, Don Peebles, because you were the head of the Congressional Black Caucus until yesterday.
Yeah, the chairman of the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation Board until yesterday.
So what happened? What was your reaction to what went down last night?
Well, you know, look, I think that Elizabeth Warren, she read two letters, if you will, one from Senator Edward Kennedy and also one from Coretta Scott King.
That's right.
And I think that there's a rule in the Senate that you can't disparage other members. And so there's an argument, look, on the Democratic side that he's not a senator right now. He is a nominee, and so therefore it's fair game. But I think that, you know, right now the Democrats are trying to find their footing, and what their agenda is going to be. They cannot continue to evolve into what we're seeing right now, which is the party of no. They can't just be protesters.
Well,
they've got to be.
And that's what she does all the time, Kat Tim.
Yeah, I think that Elizabeth Warren sees this as an opportunity. You think about how well Bernie Sanders did. People like her and Bernie Sanders, their message is resonating more with younger people, and the old Democratic Party, clearly things didn't really work out for them, and that something has to change. I have my own issues with Jeff Sessions as a libertarian, more along the criminal justice side of things. But it's clear that what this is political. It's not going to change anything. I think she just sees an opportunity, and she tried to take advantage of that.
This is not just an individual issue with Elizabeth Warren or even Chuck Schumer. And I talked about this last week, the last time you were on. There is a movement, particularly in social media, by people who are so angry that Hillary Clinton lost. They don't look at the governorships lost. They don't look at the balance in the Senate or the House. They don't even look at the shift toward Republicans in state legislatures across the country. They just think that Hillary Clinton should have won, and we are going to fight the Republicans at every step for the next 4 years. But these lawmakers are under a lot of pressure from a lot of celebrities.
Yeah. And they don't look at themselves either, most importantly, which is how you need to look at yourself.
How about one more thing? They're not listening to the people.
Right.
I mean, at this point, people want to see business get done. And they're obstructing the process by delaying these confirmation.
They're listening.
I thought you could be all Republicans' fault.
They are listening to the far left base, the Sarah Silvermans of the world, who wanted a military overthrow of the presidency.
Yeah.
But
they called for that online.
But they're not listening to their base. Their base, look, the Democratic Party was broad and has been very broad.
Right.
They are alienating their most dependable support base because their base did not turn out in this election. Had it turned out in this election, Donald Trump would be a private citizen working up the street from here, and Hillary Clinton would be in the Oval Office. Right. So, look, the two-party system has winners and losers. And so you, as a party on the outside who loses, you live to fight another day, and you build an agenda for that next fight. And the challenge with the Democratic Party right now is they're not building that agenda. Do you see any agenda building right now?
No, Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren are running the party. Come on. I mean,
both losers.
Is that a fair point? Yeah, is
both
that a fair
not
statement,
electable as president.
Nancy Pelosi as well. I mean, she's also right there.
Well, that's the cause. Because, and by the way, that's where what the real failing here for the Democratic Party is that the leadership is now coming from the United States Congress, the House of Representatives, a system where leadership comes from seniority. So you have you have 3 to 4 nearly octogenarians who are leading the party's agenda. That, and then Elizabeth Warren all by herself with Bernie Sanders to the left here. Yeah. So there's no new ideas.
I knew that was going to happen when Tim Ryan lost. Look, we had Tim Ryan on a number of times, and we all said, look, this guy's moderate. He's in the middle. And yet, they reelected, they reappointed Nancy Pelosi.
Which, oh boy.
Somebody who lives in the bubble of San Francisco. But their agenda for 4 years is going to be the agenda of no. The agenda of semantics, of word games, and placing blame on whatever the Republicans do. You saw that from day one with the repeal and replace on Obamacare, that it was going to be chaos, that it was going to kill people, that it was going to take people's health insurance away. This is nothing. This is about nothing more than
yesterday with Betsy DeVos also, same thing. It's not just, oh, I disagree with her politically, or, oh, I didn't like the way she was at her hearing. More like, kids are going to die.
Yeah.
And nothing is ever, let's have a conversation. It's all, it's the end of the world and everyone's going to die.
But she is for school choice.
Exactly.
I don't even understand the pushback on Betsy DeVos.
I do. I understand
Tell
the
us.
pushback. Well, I think the pushback is that there's a question about her capabilities to run the department. However, the president gets to pick who he has in his cabinet. If they're not criminals and they are remotely qualified, it's his choice. And we have to put the confidence in his ability to lead. I
think it was also a referendum on unions. It was voting for her was a referendum on the union stranglehold on school children across the country who treat, I think Kennedy tweeted this yesterday, or said it on her show, that the unions treat both the parents like pariahs.
Right. Well, they don't want school choice because that will require them to compete for their product that they're offering, and that's the real challenge here. I don't think the Democratic Party is going to evolve into this party of no. I think you're going to see in the midterm elections a whole different perspective. Younger people running for office, people from the far left. I think you're going to see somewhat of a Tea Party movement, the equivalent in the Democratic side, and it's going to shake up the party. That's the pathway to a future for the Democratic Party, is shaking it up, not having this left agenda that can't be implemented.
But do you see anybody on the horizon who actually fits that bill?
Yeah, I think you're seeing more centrist Democrats running for office. Jim Johnson running for governor of New Jersey, a much more centrist Democrat. I think you'll see more of that around the country. There are people getting ready to run for Congress. Some of these incumbents are going to get challenged in the primary seriously.